Hi everyone, this is Dipanwita Basu. This is my Capstone project for Aspen University, and this is my presentation on the basis of studying and analyzing social media usage pattern. Social media is very much important in our day-to-day life, and that's just because of that I chose this subject, and it is very much interesting to nowadays how it is growing day to day, and how the top companies are stabilized, like 5 companies are stabilized on their field, and how their hard mentality is to discuss the guidelines for formalized a way of pattern to the new and existing company that can use as their future product, and how it can help for the existing as well as the new company to enhance its product. So I choose this subject to analyze on the basis of user based, and on their demographic data through the web. I found it's a very much interesting subject, so I choose this one as my project. Based on the data available, it is clear that the social media users have become saturated in US and Europe. The current growth is happening in Southeast Asia, which is developing, most developing countries, and the future growth is also indicating a big development in on social media background on the basis of underdeveloped countries too. So it is more even important to study this analysis on the basis of their social, financial, and their cultural background on the to identify their specific need to make their product more attractive, and come up with a new product too. Social media company has 2 ways to grow their user base. First of all, they have to getting more existing users, and number 2 is creating new users. For underdeveloped countries, social media company has to contribute in building of the infrastructural development. Like Facebook is introducing a drone to Africa and Asia, on their remote areas where infrastructural development is really needed for to create new user base, and Facebook is doing really well in this job. So more they have to accurate about their user base, more they have to be very much particular about the data and available analysis report to be very much accurate about it, to create new user base. The driving force of social media revenue is the number of users uses on the daily basis on a particular social media platform, and based on this research and data, social media company decide the advertisement rate based on the region time, and the type of product, and the daytime, and at a particular what time the users are using those social media platforms, and based on that statistics, they decide the rate and everything to be advertised. So it's very much a kind of a pattern to understand the users behavior, and how they uses and spending time on internet, and how the market is growing, and how they're advertising new product to the consumers who are interested to buy, whereas the whole market is open to each and every person. On my analysis and my project, I widely categorize the social media platform into 2 category. The first one is the open group social media, where the users are very much into choose from a pool of material so available, irrespective of whether in the same material, liked or dislikes, and his people, or whether he knows or he don't know, like Google and Facebook, Google and YouTube's. On the other hand, it's close group social media. Closed group social media can be divided into two categories. One is inner circle and another one is outer circle. The inner circle is where the user is interacting with more private, with more privacy, and the social media platform encourage, allows users to choose its user based, well known, and through only the phone number and a very close connection. And with that, the other, just like for example WhatsApp. And on the other hand, the it is outer circle. Outer circle is it's a closed group, yet not so private, and this platform allows users as private as well as public interaction, just like Facebook. The future of social media, based on I categorized into another factors, that is how engaging a social product or a media is, and how efficient or effective the product and company is bringing to the new user group. So it's depending on the users based, and they're spending time on how much they're spending time on social media platform, and a particular social media platform, and how they're as they have very fixed amount of time, whereas the other platforms like TV users is also there in the market. As in USA, people are using more, spending more time in TV rather than in social media. In Southeast Asia, there people are spending more time on social media platform, which is not required that much strong infrastructure. And instead of YouTube, where where they need more powerful infrastructure and the speed of internet and everything, and the technology has to be very much advanced to produce more. Whereas in US or any other developed countries, they're producing more. Already have the fixed user base, and so it's a really tough competition for any new social media company, at the same time at the existing one, to grab those upcoming new users to introduce to the market, at the same time to maintain those interest, and producing more and more product that can be liked by the user, and they feel connected to the social media platform, as their spending time is very much fixed. So it's like the company has to be more accurate and more analytic, more particular and more subjective about their research and data, and not only about the background or the financial or the social background, but also it depends on in which infrastructure the user is coming from, and how their how their government is working on it, and how they're contributing on their particular infrastructure. And it's more or less is depending on how the user bases are, and how much time and they're spending on each and every platform. So it's like the other social media platforms are also competing with each other, and they are also fighting with the same amount of existing customers or users. And as we can see in China, there's another group is there, and WeChat, that is called WeChat, and that is very much efficient, and taking most of the time of consumers from that area, instead of Facebook. So in that way, like in India or Southeast Asian country, they're spending more time on research based sites, where the video streaming is not that much important for them. Whereas in US, or who have the high net internet speed, they spend more time on YouTube instead of searching engine. After going through several relevant data sources, I realized that while The data is extensive across the globe. It lacks one major categorization, which I found need further exploration, will reveal uh, new insight into this constantly changing business. I call it intensity classification. As per my observation, there are three kind of intensity users are available in the social media. Number one is high intensity. Number two is medium intensity, and number three is low intensity users. So for high intensity users who are very much active in social media platform, they constantly explore each and every new things, whatever it's coming on this page, and they explore new stuff. They buy stuff from social media company, and they spend more than average time, more than average on average daily basis. They check everything, and it's like fixed. They are very much fixed users, and they are very much active and interacting with others also. At the same time, they have their own opinion. And the next one is coming like the medium intensity users, who are not that much active as the high intensity users in the social media platform, but at the same time they observe each and everything, whatever is coming to the page, or is there any recommendation is coming, or so sometimes they participate in the social interaction, sometimes they made comments on it, and sometimes just they made their opinion on it. But they're kind of not that much active as the high intensity users are. The last or third category is the low intensity users, who are not that much active in social media company or pages they visit. They just observe everything, and they keep themselves silent, and not that much intense user they are. They don't explore that much, or maybe they don't spend that much time on social media. To conclude, I believe my project is good stepping stone for further extensive study in social media and social media company, mm, for the users on the basis of their background, behavioral and financial and economical, and as well as as their personal choice of intense using pattern. It is really further needed, mm, particularly in the intensity class area. It needed more exploration on this topic. Thank you, Dr. Hijaji, my professor, and Aspen University, for allowing me to take this course and complete it with complete satisfaction. And I would like to thank each and every person related to Aspen University who allowed me to complete this course and support me to finish my goal and for betterment in my future. Thank you.